can hands down say that the United States of America is the best country I've ever visited in my life, and it's honestly where I can see myself living. I want to move there. I want to move there right now. Things that I saw, the foods that I tasted, the people that I met, best thing to ever happen to me. And I wish I grew up there, because I can imagine that kids get a very good up.
We got to talk about a video that I came across, and it is a video filled with people from the UK mainly who have come to the US and have seen what the US has to offer and are absolutely flabbergasted at how good the United States really is, right? How amazing it genuinely is. You know, because if you listen to Democrats, America is the worst country on this planet. It is the worst thing ever. It is beneath their feet. It is the bottom of their souls, right? It is trash, garbage. So much so that you even have some of these leftists literally saying death to America, which is absolutely mind-boggling.
We need to go to America. Death to America.
Why would you say death to America? You're in America.
Down with U.S. imperialism.
Disrespect to America.
Goodness gracious. Death to America while you're in America. How does that even make sense? F America, but, you know, I'm just going to stay on American soil because America is actually really great, but, you know, it feels good to say F America. It gets me in with the, never mind. I was about to say something that was, yeah, it gets me in with that crowd, okay? Yeah, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but, yeah, I want to play this video for you guys because I thought it was absolutely fascinating to watch other people from mainly the UK, other countries, but talk about how amazing America really is. So with that being said, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. And after you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell button that is next to it so you're notified whenever these videos drop. I've noticed quite a few of you guys have said you don't get notified whenever these videos drop. So you got to make sure you hit the bell button so you get a notification. All right, now let's dive in.
I can hands down say that the United States of America is the best country I've ever visited in my life, and it's honestly where I can see myself living. I want to move there. I want to move there right now. Things that I saw, the foods that I tasted, the people that I met, best thing to ever happen to me. And I wish I grew up there, because I can imagine that kids get a very good upbringing there.
Look how mental this is here in Texas at the minute in Austin, America. Look at all this here. Absolutely mental. You do not get this type of shit in England, honestly. Anywhere but England is better. Just look at this.
Honestly, Americans are so friendly towards us here. I feel like every time I leave the house with my dog, we get kind of, you know, idle little chit chat with people, and as soon as they find out we're from the UK, they're so enthusiastic about it. They're so curious. They're really eager to kind of start building a friendship, and they're so welcoming in a way that I just don't think would be the other way around. You know, when an American is in the UK, I don't think we take too much of an interest by and large, and it's such an incredible compliment. I feel so incredibly flattered by the way that we've been received, and yeah, it just makes you think about the way that we're perhaps not necessarily hostile to people in the UK, but we're certainly not welcoming in a lot of cases, I'd say.
It's only when you're out of the UK for any length of time and you come back in that you realise how fucking broken and how much of a shithole this country is. So I've been away for 10 days, took my girls to America, not been there for 13 or 14 years, and we went to the exact same place. In actual fact, I stayed in the same hotel that I stayed in 13 years ago. Now, when I tell you that the entire area is unrecognisable now than it was 13 years ago, and not in a bad way, in an amazing way, I'm not exaggerating.
I'm currently here in Miami, Florida, and it's made me realise how depressing the UK actually is. Here in America, in Miami, everyone is super happy, proud of their country, it's good weather, everyone's grinding, making content, trying to make money, become successful. There's no drive in the UK for that. Everyone's working Monday to Friday, going out on the weekends, spunking their wages, going to the pub. Whereas here, no one cares if you're making content, you're not getting judged, no one's hating on you behind your back. Everyone's actually just trying to help you.
American people are some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet in your life. I've been in Nashville now for 3 days. I'll get in a lift, I should say elevator. When I get in an elevator, oh, what are you doing here? Why are you here? And they just want to chat to you. And it's not even just like those little like awkward conversation areas like in the UK, you just look in another direction. Everywhere, like you walk down the street and someone will be like, oh, hey, where are you from? And being from the UK, that is something that you never ever experience. People want to avoid you at all costs.
It is absolutely crazy how the media will really have you believing that a place is completely different from the reality. And what I mean by that is, while I was growing up, all I ever saw in the UK, the media coverage of the US was always bad, saying that the people are rude, that it's not a nice place to go, that it's dangerous. And all of that stuff could not be further from the truth.
Now, don't get me wrong, we do have some dangerous places, of course, but every place does, right? But we also have some amazingly beautiful places. And, you know, it really hit me. This was some years ago, when there was I saw another video of someone like from the UK talking about the US, and they were basically saying how Americans don't have to travel out of America to go on vacation, right? Because we literally have everything here. Hey, you want a desert scenery? Okay, we've got that. You want some mountains? We got it. You want to go buy some water, some beaches? We got that too, right? You want some snow? You want some frigid temperatures to get that, you know, cozy log cabin type of feel? We got that too, right? We literally don't have to leave the United States of America to experience so many different things, right? And even with the food, right? We've got all types of different cultures and foods that we can experience as well. I mean, there's so many different things that we can do right here on American soil, and we never have to leave, right? Never have to leave the borders of America to experience some of the most wonderful things ever. It's absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. It is genuinely amazing and a blessing what we have available to us in these United States of America. It is genuinely a blessing. And, you know, it's crazy how these Democrats are out here crying, America's so terrible. Bro, you have more opportunity to become successful, whatever that means to you, because obviously success is different for everybody. For some people, becoming successful is making sure that you and your family have a roof over your head, right? For other folks, it's, hey, making sure that, you know, I got a little bit of a rainy day fund, right? For other folks, it's, hey, I want the extravagant, you know, I want the Lamborghini, what's the latest Lamborghini, the Revolto, or however you pronounce it. I know I'm butchering that. I want that. You know, success is different for everybody, but my point is, you have the opportunity to get there in America. There's some countries where you just don't have that opportunity. Right? It's not even a thing. It's not even thought of. Like, what? You're gonna become successful? Like, no. You're gonna be stuck in this life, buddy. I don't know what you're dreaming about. Get back to work. You know, there's some countries where that is the case. Not here in America. Not here in America. If you are willing to work and work your butt off, you can have whatever it is that you want. But let's keep going.
So I've just returned to the UK from a wonderful trip. I'm super lucky. I've been away. But it's that fear back to the reality of the UK that makes the return so bad because, you know, on arrival back, so I flew into Stansted and it was disorganised chaos. The minute as I stepped off the plane, you knew I was back in the UK. There were, you know how we love a bit of tape here to tape off areas. You know, you make your way through the slalom of tape everywhere. It was chaos getting off the plane. You know, the stairs didn't arrive. Nothing worked. Both the escalators were out. So everyone was having to go up the stairs. You know, you got old people struggling with luggage. And I just thought, wow, really back in the UK where nothing works.
USA core. It wouldn't be a USA neighbourhood without USA flags draped on every porch.
Hey, I love it. I love it. We are proud to be Americans, proud of our country. We're going to wave that flag high and proud. You understand me? Yeah, man. But I just thought that video was just so interesting to watch people from other countries, like I said, mainly the UK, talk about how amazing this country genuinely is, especially when you consider even in the UK, apparently their news bashes America. Bashes America. Like, I've never really heard, you know, Fox, CNN, you know, the big guys, right, really talk about news from the UK, unless it's like something massive going on, right? But apparently in the UK, they hear about us all the time, which is also kind of fascinating as well, and it lets you know how important we are on a global stage. They get our news, they get news about us, but we barely get anything about them because we're kind of center stage, right? But like I said, it's also crazy to hear that they try to badmouth us, right? America's so terrible, even in the UK. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, man, we genuinely are blessed to have been born where we are born, or if you're a legal citizen, to have become a legal citizen of these United States of America. Genuinely blessed, man, genuinely blessed. We live in an amazing place. An amazing place, like I said, where you can experience so many different things without leaving the borders of this country. Simply amazing, man. Contrary to what Democrats would like us to believe, America is not a horrible place. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But once again, no place on earth is, right? But it is an amazing place to live, and I am proud to be an American. But y'all get in the comments and let me know your thoughts and your opinions about all of this. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button before you go, all right? Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.